So in the last video, I talked about a mental strategy that you can use to develop a bulletproof mindset. In this video, I want to follow up on this topic by looking at another way to change your mindset without focusing on your thoughts. Instead, you focus all your efforts on changing your behavior or taking action in a different way, and then you realize how your thoughts have changed because of the change in your behavior. So strap yourselves in and let's go. So if you've been following along in the channel, you'll recognize this diagram. I talk about what it means in the 3 things to know about successful belief change video. If you haven't already, take a look at that video to get a feel for what I'm talking about, and then come back to this one. But real quick, I'll explain it for the first-time visitors. This is from the cognitive model developed by psychiatrist Dr. Aaron Beck in the early 1960s. The theory is that distorted or dysfunctional thinking influences your mood and your behavior, and any real evaluation or change in your thinking can produce a change in your mood and in your behavior. Your thoughts influence your feelings, which influence your behaviors, which also influence your emotions. So the arrows are double-sided, which means that one affects the other and so forth. This also means that if you can change one of them, then you can change the way the entire system interacts. So if you behave in a way that's different from what your thoughts typically lead to, like putting forth more effort at work, or instead of avoiding the girl or guy that you like, talk to them anyway, the end result may produce a change in the way you think about yourself and in the situation. So that's what I want to talk about today. Focusing on your behavior to change the way you think. And to do this, I want to tell a story. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to do for this video, it was clear to me at first. I started to write out a script and, the things I wanted, just to be clear about the things I wanted to cover and get some ideas down on the page. And then I started to get writer's block. It's like the ideas spigot just turned off and I couldn't get anything done. So then I had some thoughts, which were, if I don't get this finished and get this video out, then I'll fail my audience. Then they'll think I'm a fraud who doesn't know what he's talking about. So I had a hard time coming up with what I wanted to do. I got a little frustrated. So then I decided to stop writing, took a nap, went for a walk, I listened to some music, and I came right back to it. But I still couldn't figure out what I wanted to say. So I thought, okay, I'll just take another nap, and then when I wake up, maybe I'll have an idea. Like maybe I'll dream up the idea and it'll fall on me like a ton of bricks after my nap. So I set my alarm for a 20-minute nap. By the way, I love those. And 5 minutes into the nap, I woke up and decided, okay, maybe I'll do something different. Instead of waiting for the idea to come to me, I'll sit at the computer and I'll just type until an idea comes. And within 3 minutes, the script came to life. I had it right in front of me, an example of what I was trying to help you with today. When I did something different, in my case, just sit and type, text started to come alive, and the belief that I wouldn't be able to get the video recorded went away, especially now that I'm actually recording it. When you realize the actions that you're taking are not helping your beliefs change, then you need to focus on doing something different. In a nutshell, that's the strategy. Well, let me break it down for you even more. Here's the strategy. So you want to use this strategy if you're having a hard time changing your thoughts using some of the earlier strategies like questioning the evidence or using adversity to your advantage. Some people decide to use this strategy when they're short on time and they don't want to go through the process of looking for alternatives. Either way is fine. Just keep in mind that you're looking to change your thinking by evaluating the results of your behavior change. Step 1 is very similar to all the others, and it's identify your thoughts. You can use the 4 W's here. If you don't know about that, check the earlier video where I talk about the process. Once you've figured out the what, when, where, and why you believe that to be true, move on to step 2, which is to identify your behavior. When are you thinking about this situation the way you are, and what do you do next? Usually this is something that is not helpful for a belief to change. Are you falling asleep? Are you frustrated? Are you avoiding the situation altogether? Whatever that behavior is, notice the impact that it has on your mood and on your thinking. Step number 3, select a set of possible things that you can do that are different from what you're currently doing. In the field, we call these alternative behaviors. You want to brainstorm here and try not to hold back any ideas. Your past experiences of doing things may convince you that using a different strategy won't work, so don't get shaken out by the past. Just write the ideas down anyway. Step number 4, select a few actions to take and give yourself some time to do them and evaluate the results. Now, here's the hard part. I can't tell you how long you should do it, but as a rule of thumb, don't expect for anything to change if you do something just once. You kind of need to perform the behavior, the new behavior that is, at least 3 to 5 times to see if it produces any change. Now, before you get on my case, right, in my example, I only gave my alternative behaviors a few chances. But I can do that because this is the same process that happens to me when I get stuck. And I know that it works. Sometimes I just forget. And unfortunately, you probably will too. Do me a favor and try to do better than me and pay attention to what works. And just keep doing that over and over, okay? And finally, step number 5, evaluate the results of the change on your goal and on your thoughts. After you did something different, what do you believe now is the question that you want to answer. After doing this process, I'm sure you'll be convinced of how effective it is if you try it. Seriously, I need to know how it's working for people so I can make sure that this is the best content out there for mental strategies. So I appreciate your help. I'll leave you with this. If you want something to be different, you have to do something different, even if you don't believe it yet. Let the actions you take mold your ideas into beliefs. Tweet this. So that's all I have for today's video. If you like the video, click here to subscribe to this channel so you can get notifications for when new videos are posted about the best mental strategies for overcoming obstacles and achieving success. If you like this video, share with your friends who have issues with negative thinking and have a hard time reaching their goals. If you let me know what areas you're struggling with, and I'll put together a video for it. Just leave your ideas in the comment section down below at the end of the video. That's all for now. I look forward to connecting with you. I'll see you over there.